Good evening, colleagues. This is what my students see on their end for my critical thinking and writing class for Mount San Jacinto. So I begin the week with an announcement, and this is what the announcements page looks like. So, for instance, this week we're on Module 6, and I used to call it a weekly unit, but then when Canvas was introduced, I noticed it was module, so I just continue to use the word module. And then we have my letter. I let them know how they're doing as a class, upcoming events, upcoming deadlines, if they have to start reading anything. I noticed that Warnock wrote that he writes Professor Warnock. And I actually changed the last one to Professor Sonia Gutierrez. Um, I keep it as very, very informal. I'm a human being, so I just write Sonia. But I think I'm going to change it. And then you see, what else do you see? You see the syllabus because it was a requirement for San Jacinto to have a syllabus that students would be able to access. I love Jim and Curry's design. I mean, it's kind of even embarrassing to share my work because it's not so 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 modern. I think that's the word as Jim and Curry's. So this next tab is for modules. So right now we're on week 6 for Mount San Jacinto, and this is what they're going to be reading, and these are their assignments. So let me show you, for instance, this week for Module 5, we have, let's see, so the introduction to visual literacy, they had to read this information, and mine's just, the old way of just, they click on to the next page, they read it, and then they go on to this one. So for instance, they're working on a packaging as an artifact. So I'm introducing students to terminology that they will be presenting in essay number 2. And then we have, I have images where students identify advertising techniques. And let me show you a sample discussion board form prompt. So this is one of the prompts for the week that just ended. Let's see. So I find myself highlighting. I I actually don't like to do that, but sometimes students need to be reminded what exactly you're looking for. So then I even do the little check off list so they don't miss anything, and then I do a rubric, and this is what my students' posts look like. Then they add the image, and then they add the students have to reply to each other. And remember how I was mentioning that I might add a little bit too much feedback. This one doesn't look like a lot, but every single student I write a few sentences on how to improve their writing. So I have to think about what it feels like to be a student with all the feedback that I provide. Then I have this one. I debate whether I should have it available or not. It's just assignments that students can see, and then you have the quizzes. We've had 2 since the beginning of the semester. That's it. That's what my class for San Jacinto looks like for critical thinking and writing. Well, I look forward to reading your posts this week and week 2. Thank you.